what they've been taught us, because Christianity, the kind of Christianity they have taught us, is easy and he'll forgive you of anything. And he wants you, he loves you. He don't care what you have done. He loves you anyway. So it's easy to hold on to this lie that we have been told because we really don't know him. And we're really not seeking to know him, because I'm holding on to my false preachers, my false pastors, even though the word tells me that in these last days that Satan can even appear as an angel of light. So a lot of times in my dreams or in my thoughts or in my visions, I'm talking to the Most High when I'm talking to Satan. And I'm not close enough to allure to even discern which one is which. Because Satan is appearing as an angel, a righteous angel. And then the scriptures tells us, don't even marvel at him being as an angel, because he even sending ministers that is in pulpits, that is in the churches, that is in everywhere, deceiving you even more. And we don't even care. And we know these things. Look at your Jamal Bryants and stuff. Look what they're putting out. Look what they're putting out. Look at the fellow that just died. What's his name that was in Atlanta? Long. Eddie Long. Look what this fellow had been doing for years. And we can't even discern the stuff. Why? Because we like what they're putting out. These was nothing and no more than ministers of Hasatan. And you can tell when our ministers, well, Hasatan's ministers is in the pulpit and doing the teaching. How could you tell this? Always watch the fruit. And in this case, you need to watch two fruits. You need to watch his fruit or her fruit, and you need to watch your own, because anything that they are saying, if it's not bringing about the fruit of the Spirit in you, you need to check what's happening here. Come on, is anybody hearing me in this place right here? But we don't care to check it, because that's what we like, what we're in. We like what we're in. I found out this morning in some of my reading and stuff, you know, when the children of Israel, when the Most High had them to go into Babylonian captivity, he said, you pray for them Babylonians. You pray for them Babylonians, right? Now, Christianity won't go any deeper than that. Oh, pray for your captives. Pray for your captives. Now, what he was talking about, you pray that I would deal with them the way they have dealt with you. That's what it means. You see, they have changed stuff and downplayed stuff and lightened stuff. And so that's what that's just what we hold to. Well, I'm going to pray for these people that have enslaved my ancestors. Even though they beat them, they raped them, they pillaged them, they scattered them. I mean, they did some horrible things to them. But I got to pray for my government, because the scripture says so. Now, you pray for justice. That's praying for them. Huh? You might not look at it that way, or they might not even look at it like that, but that's what he told Jeremiah. That's what he told Jeremiah to go and tell them other people, because the false prophets were saying to the people when he went to when they went into Babylonian captivity, don't worry about it, you ain't gonna be long here. And the Most High told him to go and correct that thing. You ain't gonna be long here. So everything gonna work well for you. No, the Most High sent Jeremiah. And you can read about it in Jeremiah 29, and I might read some of it today, you know, because now the future of these people, the false prophet was telling them that, oh, you're not going to be long here at all. So you can be like you need to, do like you need to, much like Christianity today. Hamashiach going to come first, so you're not going to be there. We ain't got long here. We ain't got long here, so they live in the way they want to live. But he told Jeremiah to go and tell them the true prophet is come. He said, build you some houses here, because you're going to be here a while. Huh? Marry some folk. Marry and have some children. Why? Because I don't want you decreasing. I want you increasing. See, all these years, they've been trying to decrease Judah. But we keep multiplying. You hear me? Why? Because he's coming to get you, and when he coming to get you, he bringing out a bunch of folks. He ain't bringing out no few in number because, you thought you were going to be gone early. No, that's why we didn't have to build here. That's the reason we didn't have to live here. That's the reason we had to do everything here, but we keep increasing. 400 years. Look like in 400 years we ought to be wiped out. But we keep increasing. But you see how the Most High is doing. Now people don't want to deal with truth here. They go and get mad. Why are you getting mad? You can save yourself. And actually, Edom is decreasing. We've been beat down, huh? We have been made to eat all kind of food. They still poison your food. Even certain medicines that don't work for Judah, they have given that to us. You hear me? What I'm saying? But we keep. That's the Most High's doing, and now they're beginning to decrease. That's why there's a lot of things concerning on the open borders, Allison, because they know they decreasing, they losing votes, so now they got to get other people of color in here and keep them in office. Come on now. There's so much stuff going on that our ignorant self call conspiracy theories. Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Look into it yourself. Yahushua said, my Father. He said, it's a shame what is being done in the opening. What's being done hidden. He said, it's a shame to even speak of the stuff that is being done. It's just a shame. But we refuse to awake, even though our scripture tells us, awake, awake, O sleeper. It's time for us to wake up. Time for us to wake up and really learn from our past, huh? So it can mold us for our present, so it can enable us to be ready to get out of here in our future. Because our future is bright. Our future is bright, whether you can comprehend that or not. Don't look at the day or the past and determine that, oh, we're going to die here. We got a glorious future. Now, the reason why we have had to go through some things that we have had to go through is because of what we did. Now, I stopped at Jeremiah 4, Jeremiah 16, verse 4 last week. So I want to finish reading. Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. And I'm going to start with verse 5. If that's okay? Now, you listen at this right here. Jeremiah 16. I know Don and them, see, we're trying to move out of this traditional church stuff, and I know Don and them like that. I done got this little setup here because I sit mostly in one spot now. This is more comfortable for me. I didn't think I can talk, Sister Lily, without walking. I can talk and walk. I can talk and not walk and not work them so hard. What you doing this here for? I'm glad. Because y'all be just like this, y'all be just like y'all at a tennis match. But I like it, and I just want to move as far away in my heart from tradition as much as possible. Huh? That's the reason I was telling you the other week, this is how, the way we do it, this is how courtrooms are set up. That serves us no justice the majority of the time. That serves us no justice the majority of the time. Man, we have had young men spend time 21 and 30 years for crimes that the authorities knew they didn't commit. But they have had to suffer it. Isn't that something? And Judah need to open up their eyes. You Judites out there need to open up your eyes and stop calling people like us stupid. Stop calling people like us crazy when you ain't even studied this stuff. When you ain't even been in touch with him. But you just going by what Edom taught you. Stop calling us that. You the one stupid if you continue to not look any farther. The whole book is talking about us. The whole book. And don't be afraid people to lay your life down. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to do it. I know there are certain things that we fear, and no one is ready to die. And really, when it talks about it, like I told you last week, it's really not talking about, when Hamashiach said, if you seek to save your life, you're going to lose it. But if you lose your life for me and the gospel's sake, you're going to pick it up again, right? That's really not talking about physical death, even though physical death is contained in there. That's talking about your life that you live in right now, whether it's prideful. anything that you have accumulated, anything that you have gained, anything that you have doing, any reputation that you have built, that's your life. And you need to lay that down. We need to be a mimic of our big brother, Yahusha. Yeah, he your big brother. Well, how can you say that? Because his word says that he's the firstborn among many brethren. So that's how I can say that. But people will be even offended. He's Jesus, and you can't say, you can't bring him down to my he our brother. Learn this word. Go deeper into it. The Most High have given us the intelligence to do it, along with his Ruach to interpret it to us. We have a lot of smart folk, but we don't have a lot of people that has wisdom. We got a lot of highly educated folk, but we don't have many people that has wisdom. You see. It's all right to be smart, but you cripple yourself if you're smart and don't have any wisdom. And many of us just simply don't have wisdom. Every once in a while, me and my wife, we'll watch us a little movie or something, we'll watch a little movie. And we was watching this movie yesterday. And I think if you can get past some of the language, there's messages in there. You feel me? You can get past some of the language, because we did watch it on Netflix. You ain't got no, I thought you were holy watching Netflix. Hush. Shut up. People cursing and carrying on. If that caused your downfall, you are weak in the faith. If you can't stand to hear somebody curse, you're not as strong in the faith as you think you are. Come on, is anybody hearing me? And this is what the movie was about. It was about, the name of it was called Super Sale. Anybody ever seen that movie? See, we'll miss the message in that movie if we perceive everything as entertainment. And they only had black folk locked in cages. I mean, they was in little cells, like, you know what I'm saying? They was only black people, and a lot of them had special gifts and talents and all that kind of stuff. Some of them could heal. Some of them was like superheroes. But all of them was black. And Edom, and there was people just watching them and trying to capture them and detain them and stop their gifts and only use their gifts when it's beneficial to them. And when the movie first come on, most black people is the one that's got sickle cell traits. You know what I mean? And this woman, she was sickle cell, this boy's mama. And the head nurse over her, or the doctor or whoever she was a white lady, an Edomite. And no sooner I seen that she's so nice and this here and that, I said, nope, something about her. Something about her. You see, they slick, because they'll get you with the smile and the little old king and using words correctly. But everybody should have their type of verbiage and how they express themselves. Just like a Jamaican. Them words are so broken, but it's the most beautifulest accent and stuff. So how you going to set a standard how I'm supposed to speak? Why I can't say ain't? Why I got to say aunt? You don't tell. And we try to follow what they lay down, not knowing that he made you the way he made you. And we allow them to set the standards for us. And so we try to come up to those standards, and this is why we hate each other, because they have only put their image out before you and convinced you that you're ugly, and you're black, and you have this little kinky hair and this. Come on, Judah. You're the most beautiful creatures on the face of the earth, because the Most High made you that way. You hear me what I'm saying? But these people they had special gifts and all this kind of stuff. One could just run fast. One could just stop time. And these people and the Edomites did not like this. So they were trying to capture them and put them in cells and all this kind of stuff. But the only one that was working, and they had convinced some of us to work against us and turn us into them. Is this not life today? But it was only the Edomites that was over everything. It was only the white people that was over everything, doing this evil to our folk. The moral of that movie was that You are gifted, you are talented, and they know it. And you could, and the gifts and the talents that the Most High gave you to possess, it was only for to do good, in the earth. But they would get that stuff and corrupt it. And when that gift and that talent would come up on them, their eyes would turn what? Green? Yellow. Their eyes would turn yellow. Right? No, I'm talking about the black people. That when you know their gifts is fixing to come into effect. It come through their eyes, and one of them said, and when this happened, because they didn't understand it at first, and they said, when this happened, my eyes began to tingle, and all this kind of stuff. No, it wasn't no reptile. It was letting them know that, okay, you have this special gift here. The eyes didn't look like no cat or no reptile or nothing. They just turned a different color. Like light up. Their eye would light up.
It's kind of like yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
But you had to get them angry.
You had to get them angry or something or do wrong by them for their gift to even begin to manifest. You would have to do that. You would have to get them angry. And then some of them had the gift that the five that was chosen to defeat the Edomites in what they was doing. They had even stole a little girl that had the gift, and her mama didn't even know where she was. Her parents didn't even know where she was, and she had the gift to heal sickle cell, everything. And they locked her down in a glass room where the front of it is just glass, and they in there just living like, but they didn't want to be there. They was held against their will with all this power that the Edomites didn't like. They're showing you really what's happening today through a storytelling. And we can't perceive it, what's actually going on. You're the most powerful people in the earth. Now, they might not even like me saying this, but so what? Do not say it because they don't like it. Y'all don't hear me. I have to be like this here because many of us are not. Many of us are not because we want to be like them. You cold, baby? Let me turn some of this stuff down. It's cool here, isn't it? Y'all cool? I just don't want to be traditional, and I want our people to wake up. Our people need to wake up because you're the most precious thing in his sight. You understand me? But even you're the most powerful thing in his sight. And see, really what that movie was dealing with, if you could read between the lines, because you've been given something that that Gentiles, many Gentiles haven't been given. Special Edomites that you've been given. And that's your powerful, powerful, powerful melanin. Come on. They don't like, that's when they watch where you giving blood. Yeah. Don't be sending your stuff off to these sites that find your DNA and then they trace all your DNA back to Africa. That's all they're going to tell you. They ain't going to tell you, oh, he's Judah, even though they know it. Oh, this one got Ephraim blood. Even though they know it, but they're not going to tell you that. Oh, you from you have 3% Scottish, 5% this, and you're 60% Nigerian. You're paying these folk money to know what you already know. Are y'all following me? Please follow me because it's a scam. Look here. I got a scam text yesterday. I just told y'all that they got a hold of one of my cards and stuff, and they out vacationing in somewhere, buying Airbnbs, B&Bs, ordering DoorDash, all that kind of stuff. And they had spent about $800 $800 before the bank caught it on my card, And so I got one yesterday from Cadence and said $900 and what was $89, has been initiated on your card, on your card, your cadence card, and tap in. I forgot what the letter is. If you initiated this, and if you didn't, follow this link. Watch what you open up on your phone. First of all, I knew that wasn't a cadence number that was texting my phone. And second of all, I know they don't do it like that because they pick up the phone and call you. Mr. Page, did you just make this purchase, or you are attempting to make this purchase and this and that? You got me? No, I sure didn't. You know, so it was a scam, right? So I just deleted it and didn't follow that link to open nothing up because, you know, you have your, excuse me, you know, you have your stuff sometimes set up in your phone, and, you know, that's when a lot of stuff is not good to follow, like, you know, just wave your phone across something and you pay that way and stuff. You watch all that kind of stuff. We helping them to bring forth the digital dollars and stuff. We helping them. You know, because they present things in a convenient form, which ain't gonna be good for you later. So all these scams and stuff going along, but we have missed the greatest scam of all, and that is the dispelling of us, the fooling of us, and how they have led us, just like that movie was doing, and how they get our own people and turn and pay them a certain amount of money or whatever, or even the promise to let them live if you go and deceive Allison and bring her back here to us, because she got special powers. That's the reason I don't fall for the Harriet Tubman crap, because Harriet Tubman took a picture just like this. She letting you know she Mason. And then, she Underground Railroad and helping the slaves out. Now she was getting them engineers. She was getting them metal workers. You hear me what I'm saying? She was getting them intelligent, smart, gifted black folk, bringing them to them white folk, because the revolution was going to start. And they needed folk like us to rebuild. Don't never fall for that crap. And we fall for everything because she's a black woman and she's rescuing slaves. Don't you know them slaves is the one that built the White House? So you know they smart. You know they gifted. You know they master craftsmen. You know they intelligent. Huh? If you would really understand and know, instead of playing Candy Crush and all this stuff on your phone, and really research the inventors of most of the modern stuff here today. Black man invented the cell phone. Huh? Black woman invented GPS that can go and lead you everywhere in the world through satellites. So they invented this stuff. Stop using your phone for this other stuff and tap into the knowledge that the Most High wants you to see. If you see that, then you'll begin to feel better about yourself. Like Jackson said, I am somebody. See, you've been made to believe that you're nobody. You've been made to believe that, so you're not going to look at yourself as somebody. All we want to do, right? Look at here. They have studied you. They know what you like. Huh? Yeah. We'll go and spend our last on some hair and some nails, which they sell us. We stay at these little Chinese shops buying hair and stuff. I'm telling you, think about it. Think about it. When you can actually go into this stuff yourself. Look into it. And start businesses yourself. And you know what? You can do it now. You know why? Because the curse is over. The curse was over March 23rd, 2019. The Most High wants you to realize that, and that's how He's going to begin to open the door for you. You're going to have to realize this door here got to be open first. If this door here remains shut, it's telling you you can't go through it, then you're not going through it. You're not going through it. Come on, is somebody hearing me? Your captivity and your curse is over with. And the only reason why, well, if it's over with, then why He ain't come and got me? Why He ain't come and got me in 2018? Why He ain't gathered us like He said? When Moses was first sent to Pharaoh, let my people go, did He come out with them then? The Most High had to accomplish and do a lot of things before them people could come out. You hear me? And now now we're everywhere all over the world. Folk got to wake up first. He ain't, just because Allison woke up and Denise woke up and Donald woke up, he ain't come to just get them three. He want all his children. And some of us, it just take a little time to wake up. So he going to gather you. So a lot of things that have to be accomplished first. Huh? Esau got to be judged too. And a lot of judgment going to go on while you still here. I mean, if he gathered you right now, and he done told you in Psalm 91, only with your eyes shall you see the destruction of the wicked. How you going to see it if you ain't here? Among them. Think about it. Well, we got TV and stuff. Well, that ain't what the Most High choosing. He's choosing his way. Only with your eyes shall you see the destruction of the wicked. Black folk, wake up. You're going to have to leave that big old house you got. If you don't, you're going to be here and judged with them. I can show you in Scripture right now where this place is going to be destroyed and it's going to become a heap. Yeah. And you still trying to stay American. I'm an American citizen. No. You're a captive that's been living in America. And then they tell you, well, my citizenship, religious folk, my citizenship is in heaven. No, no, no. That's where the Most High is at, and you're in his heart. That ain't mean you going there and live. You're in his heart, and you're in his mind. You're the apple of his eye. Well, where's the Most High? Where is he at? He's in heaven. So that's why your citizenship is in heaven, because you're in him. He's trying to get to you. Judah, please wake up. Please wake up and apply this stuff. See, this ain't no good news to a lot of us. Why? We ain't interested in a lot of this stuff because it ain't telling us nothing what our flesh want to hear. Right. Your flesh got to die. I ain't saying what our flesh want to hear. See, they done made everything so glamorous to you, and if this word ain't containing nothing glamorous, I don't want to hear it. But let me start at what? Verse 5? Verse 5. And this is what it says. For thus says the Most High, enter not into the house of mourning. See, he's telling Jeremiah this right here, because I don't need you standing around feeling sorry for nobody else, work to do. I have pronounced my judgment upon wicked Judah, because they was disobedient to him. So don't enter into the house of mourning, neither go to Lament, nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, says the Most High. He had to punish us. He had to punish us. He had to punish us. But we ain't the only one that done wickedly, right? Who else done wickedly? Our captives. Our captives. He's going to punish them too. But they've been lied to like they're going to be out of here in the rapture after they done all their dirt. Don't you know? Well, we repent and we put our faith in the Mashiach. Don't you know? I have sinned, and I went and repented, and I got forgiveness for it. But he still had to chasten me. See, we got a wrong notion of how repentance works. He says that he's the allure that will forgive thousands and this here and that, and he will in no wise, dismiss the guilty. Even though I repent, I was still guilty. That's why I came to repentance. So he still had to inflict punishment upon me. Your child lied to you. You just gonna hey, well, Mom, I'm sorry for lying. You ain't gonna teach him a lesson for lying? I said, you teach. Well, yeah, most of them don't. Why? Because they just don't know. They just don't know. But says, my peace will be taken from this people, says the Most High, even loving kindness and mercies. Both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lame it for them, nor cut themselves. Well, I guess that was part of our culture, cutting themselves for whatever. I got to look more closely into that. Nor make themselves bald for them. Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning. Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning, to comfort them for the dead, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. I mean, look at this. Look at the Most High here. We hadn't been taught this here by him. I mean, by no one. We've been taught that y'all nice, and he only wants the best for you. We're talking his future without understanding his present, what he wants for us. Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them, to eat and drink. This is all we do today, and we're in sin. We're just like our folk, our ancestors. He's telling Jeremiah, don't go among these folk party. These folk in sin. I'm finna do something. Black families will get together and cook some fish in a minute and have fish fries and house parties. Do we not see ourselves in here? It says, for thus says the Most High of hosts, the allure of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth. In other words, having fun, partying, the voice of mirth. And the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. And it shall come, in verse 10, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee. Now this is shown of us here. Wherefore has the Most High pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Most High? We want to acknowledge what we do. We're good in our own eyes. Come on, is anybody hearing me? He's trying to tell us the truth right here, but we refuse to believe it. We are our Father's children. And I like the way Minister Robin said the other day. We're quick to say, you're judging me. When you're showing the fruit of what I'm judging. You're not going to tell me that you're an apple tree and you bearing oranges, and I come and tell you, you ain't no apple tree. You're an orange tree. How you going to say you judge me? Because that's the fruit you're bearing. Oranges. Oranges. It's just not hard to understand a lot of this stuff. We're just stubborn, many of us. Come on. We're just boastful. We're wicked and all this kind of stuff. Still, a lot of us will not be a part of the gathering because we won't give up our life, Mary. We won't give up our life. I like cruising through the neighborhood, through the hood in my new Lexus. That's my God. I like inviting certain people over only for them to see my edifice of a house. I'm not inviting them over because I like them or because I want to feed them or because I just love their company. No, I want them to see what I got so I can cause them to feel inferior. If we would be true to ourselves, man, there's a lot of stuff that we need to repent over, but we're asking the Most High, well, what have I done to make him bring these things down upon me? What have I done? Are you following me? We're not recording anymore? Okay. What have I done? Look at verse 11. Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, says the Most High, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law or my Torah. Did he really have to tell? These folk knew this. But they're so rooted in sin, and they have become so used to it, Sister Mary, until that they probably perhaps don't know it. Verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. Listen at that. You done worse than them. Behold, you walk every one after the imagination of his own evil heart, that they might not hearken unto me. This is what Yahuwah is saying. And don't, please, some of our people, I can feel it sometimes. Some of our people cringe because I say Yahuwah, I say Alua, I say, who is that? I done told you 100 times we don't listen. I done told you 100 times. And if we cared anyway, if they care, especially the ones that is watching through the camera, sometimes if they really care and don't understand my speech, that's a comment section on there. Comment and we'll get back with you and explain it. But many times not all of you, but many times we watch to criticize. We watch just to criticize because some people are just contrary. Just contrary. Are y'all hearing me? Man, folk need to hear the truth these days. And many of us are not giving the truth. Many of us are not giving the truth. It says in verse 13, therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. Now, you see what the Most High said? He said, you're going to serve other mighty ones. Now, is he lying or us? Well, I love Jesus Christ. Yeah. I speak in tongues. And he said, I'm going to send you to some places that you don't know about, and you're going to serve other mighty ones. Now, who lying? And we've been doing this so long, Sister Deb, that we don't even know. We don't even realize it. Anytime I'm desiring to be, in little simple things, anytime I'm desiring to be like someone else and not like him, you made a God there. Simple stuff that we don't even recognize. Anytime because I don't like Allison, because how she carry herself, you done made a God there. Who your God? Jealousy? Anytime Sister Lily have something that you don't have and you just don't like her and you upset with her, you done made a God there. Who your God? Envy? Anytime you go to bad mouthing and back mouthing her because of what you made a God there, who your God is? Strife. Because you don't like. We don't think. We think we're righteous when we're self-righteous. And this is why he said your righteousness is just like a woman's ministerial rag. That's what I compare your righteousness to. Because we don't see. You hear what these people ask? What we done to him for him to treat us like this? Same with the Edomites today. That's when they believe the rapture theory. You've done all this dirt, your ancestors done all this here kind of dirt, and y'all still unfair because systemic racism is a fact. It's a fact. And you don't want to acknowledge it. So you worse than us. How you figure the Most High was going to deal with us through our ancestors did, and even what we're doing today, and he going to deal with us in this kind of way, and they ain't going to deal with you because of your ancestors and what they did and what you're still practicing today. You may act like you okay with me, but let me rise above you. You only smile in my face and say, hey, Darnell, and this here and that, and we love you and all this here kind of stuff because You might be above me in material wealth. But let me climb the ladder. True, her son will begin to show. Let me get above you. I'm speaking truth, and they don't like truth. Well, how can you say that right there? They moved up, they got above you in Oklahoma. I'm mentioning that one. They got above you in Black Wall Street. They didn't need your hospitals, They didn't need your train stations. They didn't need your airplanes. They didn't need your doctors. They didn't need your lawyers. They didn't need your businesses. See, they had their own infrastructure. See, we live in neighborhoods, and we call it a community. There ain't no community. A community and neighborhood is different. A neighborhood is just a place where a bunch of houses and people live beside each other and go on down the road. A community have infrastructure. A community have their own hospitals, their own doctors, their own bridges, their own everything. That's a community. And them black folk out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma had built that. And they didn't need it. And their dollar circulated in their community 16 times before it went out. Right now our dollar circulate what? No sooner we get our paycheck and it's gone out of our community. So we can't create no wealth. And these people created wealth out there. And what did the Edomites do? Went out there and bombed them. Whole black cities and towns, these jokers built things where rivers can come in and just overflow them. Y'all don't even know that. Y'all don't know how wicked these people have been. You don't tell me if I get up higher than you, you still going to be my friend and still going to act all right with me. Because your history proved that you won't. Boy, you preaching, hey, you preached it. I'm preaching fact. I'm preaching history, not hate history. Because this is what has happened. This is what has happened. You know, I acknowledge the fact I might not be as educated as a lot of folk. And I'm not. I ain't no might be. I'm not. But at the same time, I ain't a fool. I can see. I can intercede. And I see what didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like I said before, the clans are Christians. They don't want me saying this. Why? Because we're dealing with people that have never loved the truth. Never loved the truth. Everything is a lie. I told you last week, King Charles them and Queen Elizabeth, all of them were black folk. These folk overran them, killed them, and took their names. And now they presenting themselves as queens and dukes of England. These were black folk. King Charles them was black kings. Queen Elizabeth them was black queens. I mean, I told y'all got to use this knowledge that the Most High made available to us other than playing Candy Crush and just shopping. Teach yourself. All these were black folk, kings and queens of Great Britain. Don't matter to us, though, do it? You know what that's doing as I learn this stuff? You know what that's doing for me? Elsa, that's building my esteem. That letting me know, I ain't stupid. I have esteem. This is where I come from. And they told me I was just this little poor black nappy head child, kid, don't know anything. And you beneath me. See, the Most High had already told us these things. If you don't obey me, you're going to be below them, and they're going to be above. If you don't obey me, they're going to own the banks, and you had to borrow from them. He told us that. And so when these things be, we allow this stuff to bring in, to sink our esteem of ourselves. He told us all these things, but they don't like you bringing that stuff up. Why? It's history. Ain't you a history teacher? It's history. What makes it history is in the past. But you have made it your story instead of his story. And you've lied. You've changed it. The Dukes of Nottingham, all them folk are black. All of them. You don't believe what I'm saying? Go and research it yourself. You don't have the right not to believe it. You have the right to remain neutral on it until you go and research it yourself. You don't have the right to say, "Oh, that ain't so," because you won't research it. You won't go. You won't follow it. These folk took out they white coloring crayon and colored everything white over the black. They know it. They know it. I'm just throwing it up in your face. What you have done. But it is the Most High that is revealing truth now, because his kids need to know where they come from. If a person never find out where they come from, they won't know where they're going or where they need to go. And see, look at here. We have messed up things and mixed things up. Just like I said, if a person don't know who they are and where they're being, they won't know where they need to go. But you know what their substitute is? They'll go and want to go and be equal and upstanding in the community and accomplish education and be lawyers and doctors. Now, what you mean? I don't know where I'm going. That ain't nowhere where the Most High needs you to know that you are royalty, and that royalship come from him, come from heaven. You need to know that. You need to go and read the Solomon, when Solomon established his kingdom. You couldn't tell nobody was in that kingdom poor. They might not have had what King Solomon had. They might not have had what King Solomon's men had. But even the Queen of Sheba, she was so, even his servants is decked out. Everybody eats steak here. That's where you come from. But you had to lower yourself. What you think the Most High was telling us when he was telling us about the prodigal son? He was telling us about ourselves. We done left the Father's house, and now you resulted in come down to you threatening to eat with the hogs. So you had to eat pig feet. You eat chitlin, the hog guts. That's what we did. That's what we lowered ourselves down to. The prodigal son story ain't about a Pacific boy. It's talking about us. Coming to the revelation of, but every time it preaches, especially if white preacher, black too, prodigal son, you need to serve God. You need to walk in Jesus. This talking about Yasharel. We walked off and left the Father, and now we eat pig food. We eat Edomite food. Don't let me go there. Don't let me go there. Look here. These scriptures, we love to narrow them down to individuals. When it's talking about groups. Nation! Come on, girl. Help me. Help me. It's talking about a nation, but we want to narrow it down to an individual. Right. Marriage shouldn't be like this here. It's talking about you. Come on. He telling you the story about the prodigal son, and you trying to think about your little son that left home disobedient. You got to include you. You got to include us. You have to include the whole nation, because that's what he's dealing with. Is anybody following me? Come on, hear me what I'm saying. You got to hear me what I'm saying. It don't matter about them getting mad, because the tables have turned. If you realize that you are not cursed anymore, your captivity is over, it ain't nothing they can do or say. They can still rage, in which they're going to do that, huh? But I'm telling you, where you wasn't covered, or you were covered song, now you all the way covered. Ain't nothing they can do. So they can get mad till they blow up. They will only be all right if they accept this truth, these facts that is being told to them. If they still want to cover up and lie, that's them. Whether they are black or white or yellow, green, blue, or whatever. The Most High is raising up Yasharel. And he's getting ready to bring us back into the land. He ain't want to leave nobody out. We are so great of a people now. See, they tell you that it's 8.5 billion people in the world. That's a lie. Because he told you ain't going to be able to number them. We're probably that by ourselves. When they telling you, the population is too great, they ain't talking about them, they talking about us. Population too great. Go back and read when he wanted to call Balaam over to curse his people, or Barak wanted to call Balaam over to curse his people because they're getting too great. They're going to overcome us. That's what they're trying to do. We getting too great. They scared. Yeah. Even though the scripture says how he going to bring judgment on them, but some of their judgment is, and I wish I could remember the verse. I might find it and share it with you next week or whatever. Some of their judgment is going to come by our hand. That's what he said. Because when he gather, you still going to try to come over there and take something there. But see, he's not only going to gather Yasharel, but Yasharel in his gathering going to gather their strength back. Huh? There's a lot going to be gathered unto us. Huh? Don't you know Abraham took some of his servants and went fought a war, and got all his nephew's stuff back? Are y'all feeling me? I don't care what kind of guns they got. I don't care what kind of cannons they got. I don't care what kind of air missile defense that they have. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You fighting against the Most High now and his children. You see. He allowed us to be beaten, tattered for a time. The time is up. The time is up. And judgment is coming swift now. You move on one of us now and kill us unjustly. Guess what? Your wife might die next week. Stuff being reaped. You better fear us now. You better stop looking at us as less than you. It's just like Romans told you, don't be high-minded because you can be grafted out of here. They are the true vine. They are the true branch. They are the root. They are the natural branches. So don't be high-minded toward them. Read Romans 11. And they didn't read this stuff and preached on it, but won't acknowledge none of it. It's talking about us. It ain't talking about ish. Huh? What'd you say?
Sound like S-H-I-T.
That's what it means. You didn't know that, did you? Did I just tell you that this morning? I said, Bob, this is really what this word means. For real. I pulled it up and showed it to her. Now, don't make me say that, because y'all sure enough say that preacher cussing. That's exactly what it means. I just pulled it up, the definition this morning. It ain't no different than, see, they give themselves a title of what they want to be, just like abolish, finish. You finna do it, and now you have finished it. Huh? Ish. It's on this here. Jewish, that's a made-up word, because Judah never called itself Jews. I heard one fellow say you Jewish, meaning that you wish you was a Jew. Yeah, Yahudim. All praise to the Most High. Yahuwah. But you don't want to get with this right here because you think you more. Because the Most High have allowed us to be low for a minute, and you climbed up a little higher because you adopted some of Edom ways. Talking about your black self. Even though you're a little yellow. Now you think you... But be careful. Because I got my power back. Now, again, Deborah, it'll be whatever we say. And the Most High tells us. He had to tell me one time, you be careful what you say now, because I'll bring it to pass. Some stuff the Most High ain't ready to bring to pass right now, but because I said it. Your words have power. So I'm going to try to stay within his realm. But Let me finish reading this scripture here. What verse am I at? Verse 14. All right. Verse 14 says, therefore, behold, the days come, says the Most High, that it shall no more be said, that Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. See, that wasn't only our bondage. Like every time the Bible mentions slavery or something and being in captivity, they always want to say it's Egypt or Babylonian. You understand me? See, the Babylonian captivity took place after Egypt. Y'all know that, right? It says, but the Most High liveth, that brought up the children. Listen to what it says now. It ain't going to be said no more that you brought out the children of Israel out of Egypt. But the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their own land that I gave unto their fathers. It's talking about from around the world. Around the world. Our folk is everywhere. Harmony. Where's you at? Get off the phone. Keep up. They can't do it for nothing. It has them. I'd be glad when the Most High give me that sprinkling stuff, what I had saw in a vision, when the people were just like this. And I went up, and he gave me something, and I come down, and then they straighten up. Y'all feel me? Come on now. Come on. Come on. We're in a daze. We can't go 2 minutes without these. Sometimes when I leave this thing at home, I leave it there on purpose. When I'm gone. I remember the old times, the old days. Well, you may say time didn't change. At some point, we're going to have to trust the Most High with what we say. Let me just finish reading. 15 says, I've read that, right?
16.
I'm on 16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers. Now, this talking about the destruction of Judah now because of what they done. This ain't even dealing with Israel. This dealing with Judah. Because Judah should have known better to do what they did after they saw how the Most High did Israel or Ephraim, the other 10 tribes. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, says the Most High, and they shall fish them. Talking about us. They're going to fish us out. Huh? And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways. This means we got to change, Judah. We have to change. We got to come into the Most High like we've never come into him before. They are not hidden from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from their eyes. The first, I will recompense their iniquity. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Most High, my strength, this is Jeremiah crying out, and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. You see, this is now it's dealing with the present. You should say, the past / present. But the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. You hear that? Do you know what that means? Huh? That means that these Gentiles are going to wake up too. Surely our fathers did lie to us. Huh? That's why I'm at verse 8. I will double that. Where am I at? See, I done woke her up off that phone. Now she ahead of me. Behold, I will send for many fishers, okay, for my eyes are upon all their ways and are not hid from their face. Neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double. See, now you may think, well, let me just keep reading. Because they have defiled my land, they have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable things. Verse 19. O Most High, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall surely come unto thee from the ends of the earth. They gonna come and say, our fathers have inherited lies. Our fathers done taught us the wrong way. Because this whole book is about them people. This whole book is about us. Oh, my Father. Are y'all hearing me? They have inherited lies. Pull that up in the King James Version, Harmony. Let them see it in that. King James Version really spoke the truth on this right here. Verse 19, Jeremiah 16, verse 19, King James, look what it says. O Most High, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. See, they think they're doing something, but they're gonna come to their light too. Our fathers have taught us lies. In other words, John Adam, them, and whoever, George Washington, and all them cats, they're going to come to realize the people after them, our fathers taught us lies about these people. They told us these people were 3/5 of a human, which still in the Constitution. You know, the people sometimes have a knack of trying to put on you really what they are. You know how they are liar. People can be liars, but they'll try to say you won. That's manipulation. Don't have me to get into this right here, because they said we're 3/5 of a human, right? Who really 3/5? If you run DNA. You remember when I taught? Fallen angels, Nephilims, Anakins, caveman, Neanderthal. You see? You're actually 3/5 of a human. Somebody don't want me to fool with that, do you? Huh? I ain't gonna fool with it. But they put that in there. They put that stuff in there which actually fits them. I'm just telling the truth. See, you have to stop worrying about it. People gonna get upset with you, because you can't preach his truth then. You cannot he cannot use you then, because you're gonna hold back. A prophet cannot have his or her feelings wrapped around how people feel, because they're not going to prophesy to you what the Most High is actually saying. See, they'll say, when the Most High then got fed up, the Most High said, go down there and tell them I'm finna kill them. I'm going to kill them. Go down there and tell them. But if his or her feelings are wrapped up around that people, well, the Most High said that, I know he don't really mean this right here, but he said he's gonna correct you. He's going to deal with you. No, he said he's going to kill them. We can't have our feelings wrapped around how people feel, Deborah. When the Most High say something. I wish that I could find this thing. I don't know who gave me this prophecy, Sister Lily, but it came to me in 2006, and I found it. I wrote down, and I found it. And that thing said something to this matter right here. Keep preaching what I've told you. And I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember word for word. It says, many are going to leave you. But keep saying what I've said to you. And it says you've been faithful. You have to stay faithful. Many is not going to leave you, But, in time, I'm going to replace with stronger ones, And I found that thing, and I showed it to my wife. I had totally forgot all about it. And everything that is happening today, they're going to say that you're this, and they're going to say that you're that. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going through all this right now. But it was given to me in 2006. That was 2 years after we started this little church. 2 years after we started. And I've been going through all, and went through some and still going through it today. Y'all feel me? So the Most High's word is definite, no matter how we think about it. His word is definite. Then it says this here in verse 20. Shall a man make mighty ones unto himself, and they are no mighty ones? Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yahuwah. See, they replaced this here in these modern Bible with Lord. He wants you to know his name. You see them them Jewish folk over there, they said that his name is too holy to pronounce. They didn't want you pronouncing it because there's power in it. So they just going to put a W-H. You hear me? Oh, his name is too. They told you this, and we believed it. And then they tried to say Yeshua or Yahshua or Yahweh. They did everything to keep you from calling up on the true name. He said when he do this here, then they going to know my name is Yahuwah when he do this particular thing. They don't want you calling his name. His name is powerful. And then sometimes we're ashamed to even call his name. That's what they have brought us down to. Because we worry about what they're going to say. You are not ready for what Yahuwah want to do in you and through you if you still fear and care about what people say. I promise you. If you still care about that, you got to stop worrying about what people feel now. Go and talk to him for yourself. Ask him if what I'm telling you is a folly. Just ask it. And don't get up until you hear him, because he's going to convey himself whether I'm just a folly or not. Please, please, please do it. Don't take my word. That's what has us in the trouble that we have, because we have took preachers as words. Y'all hear me? And not read it ourselves. There's been times in this place right here, people have come, not here lately, but people have come and not even have a Bible. Not even have one. They just took whatever I said. And I even had to tell them, I'm going to remind you of this right here. Don't you, y'all remember when I used to say to y'all, I can tell y'all whatever I want. How you going to know? I can lead you astray. How you going to know you ain't reading the Bible? Y'all remember when I told y'all that? I'm insinuating that I would never do that, but if you don't, I'm trying to encourage you to get into this word yourself. I'm trying to encourage you to seek him yourself concerning this here word. Because if you don't, I can lead you astray. That's been proven over and over. Look how these people going astray after these preachers and things. How they led them astray. How they believing that they finna get out of here in a rapture. You're going to go through the tribulation period. You are going through that. But you don't have to fear Judah. Because he's covering you. He's covering you. You hear me? He's covering you. And he's always going to come through for you. Huh? Let me tell you something. Where you have had, down through the years, where you have had 5 ears of corn, you might not get but 3 in going through. But it's enough till he can get you out. You got to believe that. You got to believe that. It'll be enough till he gets you out. And then again, knowing him, because he's going to set you out there. He's going to set you out there. You might, where you got 5 years down in the past when things was going all right, he might give you 10. So the Gentile will know that this is my people. Because he said that they're going to know that I've loved you. They're going to know that I've called you. They're going to know that you are my people. And nobody will ever again be able to make themselves you, or make the world think that they are you. Because I know them. I know them that have called themselves Yehuda. And they are not. But they are the synagogue of Hasatan. Now you make, when Yahuwah is telling you something, he had to say it twice, he mean it. And he said that twice. He said that twice. Now, I've told you what all this past, present, and this future. We're going to get into the future next week. We're going to get into the future things next week. And it's going to come out of Jeremiah, the 29th chapter. I wanted to finish reading these scriptures today. And you can go back and you can still study these scriptures right here while all this stuff come up on us. Because I told you I felt away a few weeks ago. Oh, You, because I said why we had to go through all this. I mean, this and that. So he showed me. We're hard-headed. Folk hard-headed, we hard-headed too. But know this of a surety. Your captivity is over, even though you're still in the land of the captive. We had to build houses here. We had to still grow. We had to marry wives here so we could still grow. Don't be so overwhelmed with grief or things that's not happening for you until it shuts you down physically and spiritually, and you stop producing. Come on, assembly, are you following me? Don't ever stop, because you are mighty. You are heroes and heroes. If there's such a word, you are. You are heroes and you are heroes. And the Most High is going to fulfill not only his promises to you. I'm speaking prophetically now, and I'm speaking scripturally. He's not only going to fulfill his promises to you, but he's going to fulfill and give you the desires of your heart. Because the captivity is over, Ty. It's over with. It's over. And we have promises that he have made to us. He's going to fulfill them. And in Psalms, it tells us don't fret them evildoers and all that kind of stuff, and he's going to give you the desires of your heart if you don't. You don't have to be jealous over no one. You don't have to envy what someone else has. Why? Because you're going to have your own. He's going to fulfill it. And you're going to be happy with what he's doing. Well, I've heard that before. We'll hear it again. How many times, if you read the Torah, how many times did the Torah said that Hamashiach was coming? How many times? A lot, right? You wrote Jeremiah 29 down. Okay. My wife had to keep up with me, or I had to keep up with her. But are y'all following me what I'm just saying? How many times? I've heard that before, and I'm tired of waiting. Don't get tired of waiting. That's the biggest mistake. Huh? He was first prophesied 4,000 years. The first prophecy concerning Hamashiach, that was 4,000 years before he actually came. Well, no, 6,000. 6,000 years before he actually came, Sister Lily. Oh, 6,000 years before he actually came. Genesis, right. I promise you. I promise you. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Seek the truth and pursue it. It's a lot that if Christian people don't wake up, if they don't wake up, whether they are Judah or they are Gentiles, they're going to be made to believe a lie. Because he even told you in Daniel that this beast, see, this beast is going to think to change times and laws. You hear me? And see, while we're waiting on a literal anti-Messiah, says he's always been in his spirit is. So the beast system have always been among us. And the beast system told us, after Yahuwah said, you shall worship and serve me and rest on the Sabbath. But now the beast said Sunday. We've been under a beast system for this long because it changed times and laws. We under the Gregorian calendar. We are no longer under Yahuwah. That's the beast system. And Christians don't realize this. This is why you're going to be overcome with a lie, because you chose to follow the beast system rather than the Torah. Everything was outlined for us in that Torah. Everything. And we're still arguing whether it was taken out of the way or not. Right? And some of us believe that it was taken out of our way. Well, why is still a sin to lie? The bear false witness, if it was taken out of our way. All we got to do is talk to ourselves. We just become a fool and start talking to yourself. Well, if it was taken out of our way, why we still can't have no other allure before him? Why is that still a sin? That was in the commandment. That was in the law. You see what I'm saying? If it was taken out of our way, why is all these other commandments that we have been commanded to follow, if we don't follow, it's still sin? If it's been taken out of our way. Talk to yourself, fool. Become a fool. Become a fool. Read about it, Exodus 20, and look at it all. Matter of fact, somebody turn to it. Find it for me, Denise. Find it for me. Exodus 20. What it is? Round verse? Whole thing? Start it. Read it. Let me show you something. Just let me show you something. And we're going to close out. It's 12:01. I've been going for about an hour and a half. Yeah, read it. Let me get you a mic. Testing. You got it?
Yeah.
Start reading.
All right.
The first commandment. Listen to this here.
Then Yahuwah instructed the people as follows. I am Yahuwah, your Elohim, who rescued you from slavery in Egypt. Do not worship any other Elohim besides me.
Okay, that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now. So has this been taken away from us? Huh? Come to your senses, people. Please come to your senses. This ain't been taken away. The Torah hadn't been taken away, right? Okay, come on.
Do not make idols of any kind, whether in the shape of birds or animals or fish. You must never worship or bow down to them. For I, the Yahuwah, your Elohim, am a jealous Elohim who will not share your affection with any other Elohim.
All right, stop. Now, I'm going to show you how we'll miss it. I'm going to show you how we'll miss it right here, because we compare things to individual. Okay, Ty, you should have no idol before you, no kind of image, right? Okay, I'm going to show you how we'll miss it, because we just aimed at the individual. Why every nation got an image of something? Not only that, why the United States got an image of an eagle? That's idolatry. You're pushing him back you're pushing him away, and you have brought forth your four-footed things. Just like Romans 1 talk about. Y'all hear me? Why these other nations got an image of on their flag everywhere? Got an image. We'll miss it when we just looking at somebody and not look at the overall beast system. They done changed everything. These idols is everywhere. They're over every nation. Can you see it? See it. See this. What is that nation that has the what you call that thing? That big bird? It ain't no falcon. It's something else. Can't think of the name of that thing. My point is this, right? Like Arkansas, razorback, a pig. Y'all follow me now? He told don't make no. Every nation is supposed to be under a lure. Every nation. But we got animals, four-footed things, creeping things, instead of him and worshiping him. That's the reason he didn't want you to. See, anytime we make an image unto something, anytime we make an image of something, we're imprinting something in our heart. Because right now, some of us still struggle when we're getting out praying. We're still seeing this white, blue-eyed Jesus with this Fabio hair. Yeah. We'll still see it. Because they made an image and put it before you. And many of us don't even know why they did that. Why they did that. The reason why they did that, so because they said white is better. And anytime you bow down, so we'll give them, they know this. They know what color he was. Well, it ain't about color. Yes, it is. His people look like him. You feel me? Yes, it is. Don't let them tell you that. Don't let them make you feel bad and tell me, oh, it really ain't about color and all this kind of stuff. Don't let nobody tell you that. Don't let them say that to you. Because if it really ain't about color, why you paint them white? It got to be about something. And we just fall for everything. If you don't stand up against something, you'll fall for anything. And we as people of the Most High have fell for everything. Read another one.
Do not misuse the name of Yahuwah, your Allure. The Allure will not let you go unpunished if you misuse his name.
You misuse his name, huh? He won't let. Don't misuse it. Don't misuse it now. What? Why right there? If the law is done away with. See, we believe the law is done away with, so now we can call him Jesus. So now we can call him God. We're misusing. We ain't even using. Y'all feel me? Can you see it? These people have taken away stuff from you and replaced it with their own words, and we have accepted that. You see how we need deliverance. We need deliverance from a lot of this crap that we've been taught in made up Christianity. Was Hamashiach a Christian? Did he come to bring Christianity? I've told you, Christianity was brought about to make it easier to colonize people and nations. Read another one.
Remember to observe the Shabbat day by keeping it holy.
Okay, now, same thing what I just said. So now, you know they're trying to pass law where you're going to have to worship on Sunday. They're trying to pass a law, make that a law. Why? Why? Gonna make you worship on Sunday. You see these heathens? Because they are so determined to change Yahuwah's word. When are we gonna rise up, Yasharel? And I ain't talking about rising up and no, rise up with this. Rise up with your mouth, speaking. We should be defenders of the faith. He told you what day to worship. So can't you see the beast system that we under? That is in the law. So, but it's been taken away. So we believe it was taken away, so now you can worship on Monday. Don't go for that stuff. And I used to go for it until Yahuwah started giving me wisdom. They didn't add it to the scriptures. You remember when he said, if they take away, their name going to be taken out of the book of life, right? If they add to, the plagues of this book is going to be added to them. You feel me? So they have added to. Don't go for that stuff when it tells you, oh, there's no longer a day and we can't worship in a day. A day mean nothing. Stuff made up. Don't let no man judge you in a day. Stuff made up. Because they was working on changing the laws and times. No. Yahuwah told you today to worship him. He told you today to rest. Now, how Constantine them going to come along in the nice ungreeting 325 and change it? And we just go for it, Sister Lily. We don't fight back. We don't say, no, it's not so. Are y'all hearing me? This is what has happened. We have drifted away from this. We have been duped. Just like Obama duped us and said, I don't believe in gay marriages, and then come back and change it and make it a law. You see? He did this. We just go for everything. And the reason why he was able to do it among us, because we idolized a color. We went along with the man because he's the first black president. Man, they had 8 black presidents before George Washington came along. These folks had so many black presidents, but how will we know? We shop in Temu. Yeah, we use our devices for. Y'all feel me? They had a bunch of black presidents before George Washington. How they had them? Because we the one ruled. He ain't discovered nothing. Our folk was already over here. They just brought some more in 1611. Was it 1611? 1619. They had brought some more. But we was already over here. They ain't discovered nothing. Go find it out. Find it out. Find it out. Told you, this is why they want to get rid of TikTok and all that kind of stuff. You think the Chinese then reduce themselves to spying on you through an app, TikTok? When they got all this billion-dollar satellite equipment, spies on the ground, and all already entrenched in the nation, but they're going to reduce themselves from spying on you with a TikTok app. So America want to buy it, want to buy it. What about Reels? What you buying it? You know what Reels is, right? My son had to hit me to that. You know what Reels is, right? That's the shorts that's on Facebook. They revealing truth too. Huh? Or allowing a lot of truth to come through. Might not be like TikTok, but why don't they buy it? Because Zuckerberg is a part of them. I said that main name right. Zuckerberg. Huh? Sucker who? Zuckerberg. That's the reason I asked you was I pronouncing right, because I wanted to get y'all attention, because I'm pronouncing it the way it should be. Yeah, you got it. I'm done. But you see, I ain't got to go no further with this law, right? It ain't been taken away from you. They told you that so they can change some stuff. They told you that. It's not been taken away. In Christianity, you tell them that the law is still here, they will argue you down, but they're in error. They're in error. They're in error. Y'all tired? Yeah.